And welcome back, this is ballerscuba with more bonus episodes of Let's Play Xenoblade Chronicles. I'm joined as always by my starting over squad of Shulk and Reyn. When we last left off, we went through the end of the game and started over again. Well, started over at least. We are fully equipped now in terms of gems. I tried to focus mostly on AP up. I feel like 100% is good for Shulk, although I could push it higher. I don't have as many AP up gems as I would like, but 100% double the AP is pretty nice. It really kind of matters later on, but for now, we'll push Shulk up. He needs the AP. Gave him some stealth on arts and auto attack, gave him haste, agility, and strength up. Not that really any of it matters because he's level 99 and we're at the beginning of the game. For Reyn, I gave him the glory gear, gave him a titan plate. Everything else is the same in terms of the gems as well down here. But I did give him the aggro up and strength up just for good measure, because he was struggling with aggro before. Not that I'm anticipating having too many issues with him, but I did want to give him at least the proper setup. In terms of Shulk, somebody pointed out that since I do have the Monado 3, I don't have the Monado Rudra. That was not something that was available for me to bring forward, but if we're being honest, I don't really care, because the Monado 3 is the best. Bar none. There's nothing else that is as good as the Monado 3, which is called the True Monado, so I am happy to have the Monado 3, and I don't really care about the rest. I just kind of brought them along because I could, but we're going to start over. This is going to go a lot differently than my previous playthrough, mostly because I'm going to be talking during cutscenes. I'm not going to be talking, or at least voice acting, what people say when I talk to them, unless it is new. So when we go to town, I will not necessarily care what the normal Colony 9 residents have to say at all. Unless they have a quest for me, I'm not particularly interested. Even the people with names, I probably won't care about too much. I am interested in getting them on the affinity chart. I'm interested in maxing out the affinity chart again, but in terms of actually saying what they say, actually giving voice to their words, that's not something that particularly interests me anymore. Obviously, I'm going to be going over spoilers. It's impossible for me not to, because my characters have the setup that they shouldn't, right? I can't avoid talking about the Monado 3, the True Monado, because Shulk has it on him, and he's not supposed to have the Monado at this point in terms of the normal story. So I'm going to have to talk about spoilers. It's just going to happen as I make it to Colony 9, which, as you can see, is on kind of the middle of the shin. I can't remember if it's left or right shin, but either way, it's the shin, middle of the calf of the Bionis.
Here we are. I better stop in at HQ. You off to the weapon development lab?
I am.
Yeah, when I've sold any parts I can't use.
Well, straight away.
All right, see you later.
I do need more materials. I'll have to sell off a lot of the materials that I have, or just dump them. It doesn't really matter. Money is not an issue for me, but I am left with just Shulk. So we will get quite a bit of AP from all this stuff. But once again, I'm not too concerned with all that right now. They're such small numbers. I'll talk to Dorothy to get the affinity chart at least started, but once again, I don't necessarily care what she has to say, mostly because we've seen it before, and it's not particularly interesting at this point. If it is interesting, I'll talk about it, but outside of that, nothing. I do have the affinity carried over between party members, but the affinity chart is reset. So Dorothy's it for the affinity chart. It looks so bare now, doesn't it? But my affinity between Shulk and Reyn is maxed out, or at least close to it. I don't know if there's an actual maximum in this game because it doesn't necessarily show me the points or anything like that. People have hacked the game and figured that out for themselves, but I don't have access to that data. But behind Dunban's house is the wedding ring. Remember, we do need that for, I believe, a search quest around here. Speaking of which, I will not be going over unique comments in the quests as well, because we have seen them, unless there are new ones, right? For the mutually exclusive quests, there are a couple unique comments. But with that said, I'm still going to be doing this in the same structure that I did the first run through. So for now, we are going to avoid the quests, and we will go through the quests. Once we have a party of 3, it does help still. It helps with the affinity between them. Not that I necessarily need that, but it does help to have a full party. So we're still going to sort out main quest from the side quests, even though really this entire playthrough is a side quest at this point. But we're going to head straight for the military district to start. We're going to go to the fortress entrance. These guys have no idea what's coming for them, and I'm not going to warn them. I don't have that ability. There's no warn button that I can see. We never actually get to go inside here, but this is the military fortress in the military district. God, it's so ghostly, my Minato.
You idiots! What the hell are you playing at?
And it's back to Square's Tash.
The Colonel's gonna explode.
Reminiscent of
Crashing
other Xeno
mobile
games.
artillery into a house. How long have you been in the force?
Very animated, this
Sorry,
guy.
sir. It's just that we were trying to go as fast as we could, like you ordered. But it's impossible to get back to the military district in only 40 seconds.
I don't want any excuses. Champions don't whine, they win.
Well, they're probably
Yes,
better
sir.
coaches.
You're a disgrace to the uniform. Are you forgetting the shame you brought on this force during joint maneuvers with Colony 6?
Yeah, about
Stick
Colony
your back
6.
into it, maggots! Move it!
Yes, sir.
Get the artillery back to the military district, double time! Then I want 1,000,000 press-ups from both of you, and you better not stop until your biceps explode!
Press up really with the
We
triceps.
can't move the artillery.
For my American
What?
friends, those are push-ups.
Better give a damn good reason why.
Sir, the impact of the crash damaged the ether conduction cable. The ether fuel proceeded to leak out, and now the cylinder is empty.
Well, change the cylinder then. Can't you even do something as simple as that?
They're all the way
The
up there.
auxiliary cylinders have all been used up. It'll be 3 days until more come in, sir.
I told you to keep a stock of fuel in reserve.
Sorry, sir.
You're nothing but slackers.
Can't even see their eyes.
Same old Colonel. At this rate, the men will all be dead before they see any action.
Yeah, should I report this to the military police? I'm not sure you're supposed to hit your recruits just ever. Alright, so there's nothing really going on in here in terms of locations or landmarks or anything. That's pretty much it, the fortress entrance. So let's just head straight to the weapon development lab, and we can get the Minato, or at least take a look at it, even though I have a better one.
All right, Shulk. How are you?
Fuck you.
Dixon! When did you get back to Colony 9?
Where was he?
Just now. I see you've been busy. Looks like your Monado research has been going well. I made the right choice leaving you in charge.
Yeah, he's encouraging him to research it, which is a little odd
Your
for
research
me.
notes really helped.
So you can activate it now then.
Well, anyone can activate it. The problem is controlling it.
It hurts Dunban's arm.
For everyone except him.
Yes. If anyone other than Dunban were able to control the Monado, we
Anyone?
could surpass any military force in the world.
That's true.
You think so?
Except for a giant
What are
dragon.
these hidden functions you mention?
I'm
It's
working
still
on
only
it.
conjecture, but it's starting to look like the Monado might be something far more significant than just a weapon for defeating Mechon.
I see. And the evidence to support your theory?
It's the symbol that appears in the center when it's activated.
Also the previous
What I know
playthrough.
is, the central piece is made from multi-layered glass.
I can't see it though.
The symbol appears on the top layer, and each layer is constructed differently.
So it's possible that other symbols could appear on different layers.
Which means...
the Monado might conceal even more power.
Well, I need to level it up. There's a lot of work I need to
if
do.
we could just unlock the Monado's power.
Touch it, Shulk.
Dunban! Dunban!
Prioritize the most severely injured. Come on, get a move on.
Dunban!
You guys are going really slow.
Look like that. I haven't come yet.
Only Dunban's in equipment.
Shulk.
You're better at the Monado than I am. You should use it. He didn't say that. I just wish he did. Just grab it, Shulk. You'll be fine. You should start training then. Be a lot better now. Well, not better than now.
Monado. It was controlling me. Even so, it saved us. Saved our future. Next, it will be up to you.
Dunban.
Well, I better get the supplies delivered to the defense force. I'll drop round the HQ and see how they're getting on.
Okay then. I'll see you later.
Shulk, you're spending too much time in the lab. Either that or rummaging for junk in the scrapyard. It ain't healthy for a kid your age.
Yeah, this relationship's
That's
a little
why you're
weird.
always looking so pasty. You should get out, get some fresh air once in a while.
I don't think he's aware.
All right, I'm off.
He's aware of some things, but I don't think he's aware that Shulk is so special. I don't think he is. Well, he should be, right? He found Shulk when he was a baby, hanging out with the Monado. But he does seem to genuinely care for Shulk. That changes as the game goes on, right? Meanwhile, at Dunban's house, they never let him take off the armor.
Dunban, are you awake yet?
He has like a collection of katanas, because he's an Azuki.
Is it time to eat already? You didn't have to bring it yourself. You could have just called me.
Don't be silly.
Those legs look so awkward on him now.
Do you want me to feed you?
Hey, Fiora!
Don't treat me like an invalid. I'm better than I was a year ago.
Much better.
You're a lot less
I really thought I lost you back then.
robotic than I remember.
Yes, but now I'm almost well enough to handle the Monado again.
Dunban, don't say that. The Meccan have gone now. Oh, why would you say that?
I just mean I'm prepared. Sorry.
I have glasses, I'm smart now.
Okay. More importantly, eat up before it gets cold. I made something really special today.
Don't feel like you need to stay here then, Fiora. Go and make your next delivery.
Huh?
Well, I'm sure you'd like Shulk to try some while it's still hot.
That's okay. Shulk has no sense of taste. He'll say it's delicious even if it's stone cold.
In which case, today he would actually mean it.
Maybe.
I'm fine, Fiora. Off you go.
Okay.
Fine, I'll be nice to the guy that I love.
Dunban, thanks.
Yeah, use your left, man. You're a lefty now.
I'm not finished yet.
Hey,
I have
Mumcar,
to
you
be
look
prepared
different.
to use the Monado again.
Alright, so now we pick up as, like, Fiora, like normal Fiora. Also, I'm supposed to deliver food? Am I remembering things wrong? didn't she like carry the food with her when she was at this point? Oh, she's level 12. Holy crap. She did not get the upgrade. I'm not gonna bother upgrading her either because, well, we know. Maybe once I leave she'll... No, she still got it.
Hey, Fiora.
Fuck you.
Dixon,
Looks like you're in a hurry. Where are you off to?
I just thought I'd take Shulk some food. I'm on my way to the lab.
Shulk's not there right now.
Really?
I just sent him out to get some fresh air. You know where he'll have gone.
Outlet Park.
That's the one.
Okay, thanks, Dixon.
Alright, so we're off to Outlook Park. They don't tell me where that is, luckily I already know. So let's head out. We'll take the inside route, mostly because I still need a couple things. Yeah, I swore that she actually carried the curry. Could be remembering it wrong. After all, it has happened in, I think, every Xeno series at least, if not every Xeno game. What would a Xeno game be without curry delivery service as a quest? But at least this time it doesn't look like we actually have to do it ourselves. She's level 12 already though, so she did carry over the levels from the first playthrough, but according to this, she is a kind of different character than the Fiora that we meet later, that we get to know later on. So, I don't know, just interesting little quirks along the way. You know, let's go around this way. It's faster. Plus we get Tranquil Square this way. There we go. Yeah, nobody's really here right now, mostly because it's an odd time of day. It's 4 p.m., so a lot of the normal day people have already left. Plus, they're not in the same position because I do move them sometimes. But we can make it up here, and hopefully we don't get in any fights along the way, because I didn't bother really equipping her. But, like I said, she's level 12. She'll be fine. And I think they clear this the first time that you're through. No, there's enemies here, but they're far lower level than she is. So, not going to be an issue. Plus, a lot of these guys don't aggro. So I was anticipating that Fiora was going to be, like, full-on Fiora. But I guess that doesn't happen in New Game Plus. This is my first time doing New Game Plus, by the way. I think I mentioned that a few times, but it's good to remind people, including me.
The Monado.
I have one.
It's the only sword that's effective against the Mechon armor.
Absolutely false.
They say that before time began, it was wielded by the Bionis.
Well, no.
The same Bionis that we all live on.
Before you guys were aware, but not before time began.
It must have a secret. That's how Dunban was able to destroy so many Mechon.
Yes.
And why he lost the use of his right arm.
Even though he
if
didn't.
I can just unlock the secret of its power.
He didn't have the Monado this time.
Shulk!
Fiora! This is great. It tastes so good.
Really?
It's amazing.
Oh, Shulk, you say that every day.
That doesn't look
Not
like
quite.
curry at all. Curry
It's always
sandwich.
delicious, but today it's amazing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness. I used some special herbs and spices today. So if you said it was just the same as usual, I'd know for sure you had no sense of taste.
What?
Oh, nothing. Ah, the breeze feels so good.
Yeah. I'd forgotten what it feels like. I never thought it could be so quiet here.
You're spending too much time with Reyn. You're getting used to all the noise he makes.
Yeah, maybe.
It's so peaceful. You know, Shulk, I hope every day can be like this, always.
Huh? The debris siren.
Strange. There hasn't been much falling lately.
Still kind of weird that that's just relatively normal for him. I mean, I get it. We get it. I understand it structurally. But still kind of weird. Like, stuff falls from the sky on occasion, so we have to shoot it down with the cannon.
There might be more on the way.
Okay.
The anti-air batteries can't protect us out here. Let's get back to the lab.
Okay.
So apparently Outlook Park is out of range of the falling debris. Do have a good party with me, and we completed a quest. Shulk says it was even more delicious than usual, but we already knew that. Now I have Outlook Park on hand. Hooray! Oh, that's right. Fiora's the lead. It doesn't matter. I was thinking I might change Shulk into the lead to make sure that nobody aggroes on me, but considering these are all sub-level 5, it's not going to be that big of a deal. So let's head back in, and we will try to do what we can. Actually, do I need to go to the main entrance? No. Actually, let's just warp. Let's warp, because I can.